Hi, we are live and I am just setting up here on Instagram as well, and then we shall be able to start. So we are going to be talking financial goals. So call all your friends, okay, as we set this up to start. You are welcome. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear on YouTube. Hadija, yay, you are welcome. I am live here on YouTube for the very first time. We are going to be talking financial goals, and I am live on Instagram as well. So I'm just setting up here, and then we start our conversation on financial goals. I hope you can hear me and you can see me. Just help me confirm that. If you can hear me and you can see me as well. In the meantime, it's just 10 a.m. so you can just get your cup of tea or juice as we have this conversation, this money conversation. So just let the friends know that we are here and we are going to be talking about financial goals. Financial goals. Okay. Awesome. You can hear me? Okay, that's great. So we are giving a minute to the friends to get here and we talk financial goals. Financial goals, like I said, you can get your cup of tea or juice and we have this money conversation together. I hope I am clear. Let me just all right. Okay. Okay, just a second. Oh, we have someone else joining us. You are welcome. Like I said, we are going to be talking finances. We are going to be talking financial goals. So thank you for joining here. Just a second as we set this up as well to get started. Okay, you're welcome. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. You are welcome. We are live on YouTube and we are live on Instagram. Hi friends, I hope you are well. Just let me know that you can hear me loud and clear and you can actually see me. We are going to be talking money and we are going to be talking financial goals. Oh yes, we are in October, so I just want to find out how those financial goals are going. Okay, you are welcome. I see Patricia is here. Lucky is here. I see Simon is here. And he's okay. It's Martha Fiona. It's Martha Fiona's time is here. Simon says, hey, hey. You are welcome. We are going to be talking money, financial goals. Oh, yes, I know the year is running very fast, but guess what? We can still achieve a lot even in these remaining 2 or 3 months, okay? So that's just exactly what we are going to share. And Barbara is saying, hello, good to have you here as well. So we're going to just be having a conversation about our financial goals that we set. And Simon says, I want to join the Mentorship Academy. Okay. Coach Patricia, if you can hear me, just kindly type the number, Coach Bahati's number, such that he can be able to reach out. Lucky says, hey there. Awesome. That means you can hear me loud and clear. Great. We're going to be talking about financial goals, okay? And I just want to find out how many of us had financial goals at the beginning of this year. Today, we're not looking at other goals. I know when we talk about goals, we talk about all the different areas of your life, your spiritual, your social, your physical goals, your which other goals do we have? Your intellectual goals, and then your financial goals. And sometimes you can have your career goals, you can have business goals. So today we are simply looking at the financial goals, but I hope you have the other goals as well. Okay, so we want to see what financial goals did you set this year, how far are they going, where is the struggle, where do you need the help, and things like that. Okay, so that's exactly what we are going to be sharing. And today I'm going to be highlighting 5 financial goals that you need to set before the end of this year. This video is not for 2024. It is for this year, the things that you need to do right now to make sure that you have achieved something, at least by December. I always tell people on the 5 a.m. club, I have a 5 a.m. club, and I'm sure if you're here, you already know, right? So we have a 5 a.m. club, and I always tell them that on December 31st, when that fireworks is popping in the sky, we need to make the loudest noise. Like, why? Because we are celebrating the things that we have achieved this year. But for you to celebrate on 31st December, guess what? You need to put in the work today. Don't wait for 30th or 29th and you start panicking that, oh my God, I wanted this, I wanted the other. Nope. Start today to put in the work such that when we get to 31st December, you are one of the people that are shouting the most. Why? Because you're thanking God for the year. You are celebrating and things like that. So I just don't want us to be people 31st who go to church, and you know how the prayers usually on 31st we are getting all these things. Oh, I receive it, and then you receive it and do nothing the whole year, and then you come back again December 31st to receive things. Okay, so I want us to be people that actually get things done. Okay, so yes, thank you. Patricia has shared Coach Bahati's number. Please text that number. You can call her to join the mentorship academy. Great. So I'm still waiting. How many of us have goals for this year, financial goals? You can just put it in the chat if you had your financial goals this year. Or I hope you're not the people that said, I want to be rich this year, because we are in October. What is going on? Where is the wealth? So I hope you had financial goals this year. So you can just let me know in case you had a financial goal for this year. But before we get into that financial goal, Martha says, oh, me, I had. Awesome. At least Martha had a goal this year. The rest of us, what happened? Or you gave up by around February, March. So this video is just for us to remind ourselves that do not give up on that goal. You can do a lot in these 2 months. And Patricia is saying, I had and I still have mine. That's awesome. So we want to see, how do we get this done before the end of this year? Oh yes, we have 2 months to go. But like I always share, you can do a lot in these 2 months. You can actually get things done. It just takes you to make that decision. Because guess what? You already know what to do. You know what to do. You have your goal. You even know the strategy. Some of you have laid down the strategy of, I need to do this, I need to do the other to get this thing done. But somehow, when it comes to implementation, that's where most of us fail. Okay, so I want us to be people that make the things happen. Okay, so I believe we are all believers on this call, and as we set these goals and the things that we want to achieve, guess what? You know, sometimes we go and we pray and we feel like God is not giving us the things we are praying for. Okay, God, I want money. God, I want this. God, I want the other. But I found a very interesting scripture that I'm going to share with you. And I just have here my Good News Bible. So if you have any other version of the Bible, you can use that. So this scripture really intrigued me, and it's one of the things that keeps pushing me in my finances. Okay, so it is from Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18. Deuteronomy, if you can type it, if someone can help me type it in the comment section, that would be great. So it's Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18. And what does this say? It says that you shall remember the Lord your God. In some in the verses, that is NKJV, it says, you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power to make wealth. He gives you power to make, he doesn't give you wealth. He gives you the power to make the wealth. And this Good News Bible that I have here says, remember that it is the Lord your God who gives you the power to become rich. It is God who gives you the power to become rich. He is not going to make you rich. No. He's not going to give you money. He's not going to open your roof and throw dollars in. I wish he could, because that would be everyone's dream. But he is saying he has given you the power to make the wealth. Thank you so much, Martha. It is Deuteronomy 8:18. 8:18. So God has given you the power to make the wealth. He has not given you the wealth. Okay? So guess what? Everyone who is watching this right now, you have the power to make the wealth. Okay? So now that we've understood that we all actually have the power, because here it doesn't say, oh, God has given some people power. No. He has given all of us the power to make this wealth. Okay? So why aren't we making the wealth? What is the problem? I just want us to have that conversation in the chat. What is the problem? Now that we know that God has given us this power to make the wealth, why aren't we making the wealth? Okay? So he says that this wealth, this power is actually available for all of us. The people that are rich right now, that you look at someone and they're living your dream life and you're like, oh my goodness, if I only live that life. Guess what? The same power that they have to make that wealth, you have the same power. It's clear here. In Deuteronomy 8:18, yes, Martha has put it in the comment. You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to make wealth. So as believers, before you go and cry to God, God, you're not giving me money, you're not doing this, you're not, he's looking at you and is like, but you daughter of mine or you son of mine, I gave you the power to make this wealth. What is happening? Why aren't you using this power to make the wealth? Okay? So it is important that now that we know that we have the power, what can we do? How can we use this power to actually make the wealth? Okay? And when we talk about money, I always share here, it's just three things. You get the money, you keep the money, you grow the money. Okay? So how do you make the money? Now that you have the power to make the money. And the thing they talk about making money is solving problems. What problem are you solving that you can earn money out of it? And usually when we hear, oh, you need to solve a problem, I think for some of us we feel, oh my God, okay, now what challenges are there? I think I need to build people toilets. I need to start an NGO to help the poor. No. Look around you. What problems are available? There are problems all over. Okay? We are surrounded by problems. And guess what? The people that are making the money are constantly solving problems. Even when you're employed, right now, you're solving a problem. If you're maybe an accountant somewhere and you're fully employed, guess what? You are solving an accounting problem for that company. That's why they're hiring you. Otherwise, they would have fired you long time. Okay? If you are a salesperson or a marketing person, guess what? You are solving a problem, a marketing challenge. So you're there to solve that problem. If you're a salesperson, you are solving sales problems. Okay? If you are maybe an engineer, you are solving engineering problems. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, what problems are available that I can solve? Okay? And they're all around you. For the coaches, or for example, I'm a coach. What problem am I solving? I'm solving a knowledge problem. Okay? And that is in finances. Others solve these problems in marriages, in relationships. Even when you're a content creator, you are solving a problem. Because when you look at the content you're creating, ask yourself, what problem am I solving? What problem am I addressing? Even people that you see and they're just making content about maybe hair and all that, they are solving hair problems because there are people like me who struggle to take care of their own hair. That is me, and I've shared it here before. So you find someone who is teaching us how to comb our hair, which else, they are solving a problem. Okay? So if you want to make money, because now we have all agreed that we all have this power to make this wealth. So now we need to find out, what problem am I solving? What problem do I want to solve? Or what problem can I solve? And the moment you find that problem, the money will follow. Usually when we go out looking for money, we go and we want to make money. You want to make money. That is not how it works. All the wealthy people that you see out there, when they went out, they didn't come out to make money. They came out to solve a problem. And guess what? The money followed. So much. The people that made the mobile phone, they didn't come to make the money. No, they came to solve a communication problem. And guess what? We all gave them our money by buying the phones. You get what I'm saying? The people that brought the internet and whatever, they solved a communication problem. That if I'm here and a friend is in maybe the US or Kenya or in Barara and I'm in Kampala, how do I get to them? They solved that problem. The people that make clothes, why do we give them our money? They are solving that problem. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, what problem am I solving? And there are so many. Don't look at technology coming up with something that has never existed. No, there are problems around you. The cars, why do we buy cars? Why do we take boda? They are solving a transport problem. Otherwise, we would not give them our money. Okay? So those that are just joining us, you are welcome. We are talking money and we are talking financial goals. So we agreed before you came in, we shared a scripture here, Deuteronomy 8:18, which says that the Lord has given us the power to make the wealth. So the question was, why aren't we making the wealth if we have this power? Okay, so we already have the power within us. Okay, now it is upon us to make this wealth. So we need to be people who no longer cry to God, oh God, give me money, give me. Just look at you, it's like, oh God, I've given you the power to make the wealth. So just go ahead and make this wealth. And how do we make the money? I said the first thing that you can look at is solve a problem. When you solve a problem, the money will follow. You've seen people that usually, I think you've met them on the street, people that ask for money, people that just come and ask for money. I personally don't give people money. People that come to beg, I don't give. But someone who comes to my window, maybe they're selling bananas, they are selling sponges, whatever, I give them the money. Why? They are doing something, okay? So we need to be people that now that God has given us this power to make wealth, He has given us the mind, the hands, and everything that is required to make the money. We need to ask ourselves, okay, how do I make this money? That should be the question that you should ask yourself. And we've said the simplest thing is to solve a problem. So you need to look around. What problem can I solve? And when you talk about problems, don't look at things that are so up there and things like that. Just now, you can solve a problem of people buy groceries, okay? But maybe they have no time to go to the market to buy these things. You can be that person. You can be the person that is solving that problem. You need groceries. I have that time. Let me go do the shopping for you. You pay me for shopping for you. You are solving a problem. Okay? So look around and ask yourself, what can you do to make the money? And I even say that even if you are employed right now, maybe you are a receptionist somewhere. Guess what? You are solving a customer experience problem. You're solving a problem because without you, there is no one to welcome the clients, okay? To smile for the clients. You have a beautiful smile. That's why you're there. That's why they are paying you. Otherwise, they would have fired you long time. So you need to ask yourself, even when I'm employed, what problem am I solving here? Because the moment your bosses realize that there is no problem you're solving, when it's time to downsize and fire people, you'll be the first on the line, okay? So you need to ask yourself, what problem am I solving here? What value am I adding here? Okay, so for you to be able to solve this problem and to actually make money, like I said, the money should follow the solution that you're offering. Don't go out to make money. You will not. Go out to solve a problem. Even people that are just selling phones, people that are selling hair, people that are selling bags and shoes, they are solving problems. Okay, so when you look at helping someone solve their problem, that person is willing to pay you for it. But when you just come to us and you just want to make money, we shall not give you our money. Where do you want to take our money? But show us that this is the problem that you have. And guess what? I have a solution for you. So this is the solution I'm offering. Guess what? I'll be so willing, more than willing, to pay you for that solution that you are offering me. Okay? So if you want to make money, solve a problem. And you don't need to look at problem to say, okay, I need to take people to Mars. No. Start where you are. We have problems every single day. And some of these may be the challenges that you're going through personally. Maybe you want to buy something, but maybe shops are closed and you're like, how do I get this? You could find that there are other people that are facing the same problem. So maybe you can ask yourself, how do I solve that problem? Okay, so when you solve that problem, then people will be able and willing to pay for that service. And usually when you solve that problem for one person, then that one person can link you to even other people. And that's how you start making the money. So there are very many ways of making money. We usually talk about the quadrant, the cash flow quadrant. You can be employed. That's also a good way of making money. So no one should lie to you that to make money, you need to quit your job. Nope. You don't need to quit your job to make money. You can have your job and still, I made a video on Instagram that shows some of the side hustles that you can have when you're fully employed. So if you haven't watched that video yet, you can go to my YouTube channel. It is the same names, Marjorine Nantambi. You find that video, side hustles that you can do when you're still fully employed. So you don't need to quit your job. That's the first way of making the money. But then from the employee, you can cross to self-employment. You start your thing, and that's where some of us could be. You start your small business, you're trying to make ends meet and things like that. But still, you can grow that small business into a big business. And that's how you cross to being a business owner. That now your business can stay or can run without you necessarily being there. That is a person you call a business owner, that you can go away on a vacation, or you can even be sick, stay home for a week or month, and your business is going on successfully. But then you can cross to the I, which is the investor. And guess what? You can be an investor when you're at any other stages. You can be fully employed and you're an investor. Part of your salary, you are investing it somewhere. Okay? And don't wait to go, okay, when I get millions, I'll invest. Start with that 10K. Find out, where can I put my 10K such that I earn more money from it? Where can I put my 50,000? Where can I put my 100,000? Because guess what? We spend every day. We spend money every single day. The moment you decide to wake up, you've spent money. Because you'll wake up, switch on the lights, that is a yaka bill, okay? Maybe brush your teeth, shower, that's a water bill. Decide to take tea, you have to buy sugar, you buy tea leaves, you buy bread or whatever you have for breakfast, buy matoke if you're making katogo. The moment you wake up, you are definitely going to spend money. You buy data. We've bought data to be on this live, okay? So guess what? We've paid a telecom company. We're helping them hit their goals. How about we also hit our goals, our financial goals? And that's why we are talking about financial goals today. So we are going to be having this conversation. In case you have any questions, please keep dropping them in the chat, and then we shall be able to answer them as we go on. But you are welcome. I see more friends are joining us. Thank you for joining this live. We are talking financial goals and how to hit them before the end of this year. Like I said, this video is not for 2024. It is for now. We have this October, we have November and December. 2 to 3 months. What can we do in these remaining months to see that we can be able to hit our goals? So we need to make sure after you've made the money, do not stop there. That's where most of us stop. You make the money, spend it. You make the money, spend it. You make the money, spend it. And guess what? Some people say, but Marjo, you're telling us to save, but even the little money I have is not enough to take care of my needs. And this is what I tell people. Look at your money in percentages. That if I'm getting maybe my 500,000, how much of that can I save? How much of that can I spend? I usually recommend 20, but you can start where you are. Maybe a 5%. It is better than zero. And sometimes you can look at that percentage you're saving and you're like, where can I put this 20,000? It's too little. Where can I invest it? But there are different platforms that you can invest your money, and your money makes an interest, even the little, because with money, money compounds. Money compounds, and that's the beauty with money. That don't wait to get a big sum to invest it. Start little by little. Put something every month, put something every week, and that's how the money will be able to grow. Recently, I was talking with a friend, and the wife was about to give birth, and they were stranded, like they were struggling. Oh my God, we need to go to hospital. We have no money. Please help us. And I told these people, and this is what I usually share with people, that something like you giving birth, because I'm a mother as well, you giving birth or your wife giving birth should never be an emergency. Because guess what? You find out, oh my God, we're expecting a baby. Okay, that is at 1 month or the second month. And you have 9 months to go. And this is one of the most visible goals. Okay, you know how we all have goals? That one is the most visible. Like you can keep seeing the baby growing, growing, growing. So I actually tell people, the moment you realize that you are expecting a baby, whether you are a female or the male, maybe you're the expecting father or father to be, start planning. You can even decide to put away, we can use an example. Say if you decide to put away 10,000 every day, 9 months, how many days are in 9 months? If you have any mathematicians, how many days do we have in a month? We have 30 days, right? Some months have 31, others 30. So we can use 30. If you have the 30 days in a month and you have 9 months, how many days are those? Some are like, me, I hate math. Please don't take me back. But this is just very simple math. So you just get 9 times maybe 30. And that's about 270, okay? Those are 270 days that you have. So imagine if you put away 10K per day. Because trust me, someone will say, but I don't get 10K every day. Trust me. And this, trust me, you spend more than 10K every day. Trust me, you spend more than 10K every day. Whether you are working or not, you are spending more than 10K a day. And you can let me know if you agree or if you feel no, for you spend less, okay? Usually, you spend 10K per day. The data, the yaka that you use to iron your clothes, the yaka you use to cook your breakfast or tea, or the gas that you use, or charcoal, whatever, you spend more than 10,000 Uganda shillings every single day. And sometimes you even spend, even when you're not working, somehow you're spending money. So that means there is some money coming in somewhere that you need to track. And that's why I made this. Let me just show you. And that's why I made this financial journal. This financial journal is to help you track your money. Because some people say, but me, I have no job and things like that. But you keep spending money every day. So when you track your finances with this financial journal, then it will help you get better. And Martha is saying, just spent 140K this morning, yet I'm indoors. Imagine 140,000. She's home today, but she has spent 140,000. Okay, that's the power of money. The moment you wake up, you are spending money, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, whether you're staying home or moving out. Because I said, even when you're spending the day home, you've switched on the lights, that is yaka. You're going to cook breakfast, even if you just have a pako, that's yaka. If you have charcoal, that's charcoal. And charcoal is also expensive. If it's gas, that's also another expense. If you're going to take tea, sugar alone, I think now a kilo is what? 5,500. Of course, you don't take a kilo in a day, but you spend money. You buy data to communicate with people, okay? So, and this is the example I was giving them, that if you can put aside only 10,000 every day, okay? Remember, you're going to deliver, or your wife is going to deliver in 9 months, okay? 10,000 every day for 30 days. By that moment you get to 9 months, that's already 2.7 million. 2.7 million for you to pay for hospital and even do some shopping, depending on which hospital you want to go to. Of course, if you want to go to the high end, that means you need to go find out how much it costs to give birth there, and then you start planning on a daily or weekly. And someone may say, okay, I don't have 10,000 every single day, but I can make 5K per day. By 9 months, you already have 1.3 or 1.4 million. 1.4 million, you can still give birth very well and do shopping and even have some money excess for the home. So why am I sharing that? That is the same thing that we need to apply to our financial goals. Because sometimes you look at the financial goal and it seems so big. And then we get scared. You have maybe a goal to start your business and you feel like, oh my God, I need 20 million to start. I need 10 million to start. You do not need that money to start. Even if your goal is to buy a property, maybe you want to buy land somewhere. Do not look at that 5 million or 10 million or 15 million. Of course, depending on where you want to buy the plot of land. But also, what I've realized, especially with us, the people that feel, that you have a bit of class and feel like me buying a plot of 5 million, sure, I cannot do that. And then you want to buy a plot of land in Nigeria. A plot of land there could be around 150 or 200 million or 300 million. So in your head, you want to wait to get 150 million to buy a plot of land. Trust me, you will never, I'm telling you, you will never buy that plot of land, because by the time you get to the level of affording 200 million, the land in Nigeria will be 500 million. You get what I'm trying to say? Start where you are. If it's land that you want to buy, find out, where can I get a cheaper plot of land? If it's maybe 5 or 15 or 7 million or 2 million, I don't know, depending. Find, okay, get that plot of land. After that, if you want to get closer to town, sell that plot, come closer, buy the next, like that. Sell it with at an interest, come closer. That will help you get closer. Instead of you saying, let me wait when I have my 10 milli and then I buy this. You'll never get it. It will never be there waiting for you to achieve that goal, okay? So, and today we are talking about financial goals. So the goal that you have, you need to write it down, and then after, break it down. That if I want to save maybe 10 million by the end of the year, what do I need to save every month? Start there. After breaking it down in months, then go a little deeper. How much do I need to save every week? Go a little deeper. How much am I supposed to save every day? When you break down your goal like that, then it will be way easier for you to achieve it, instead of just looking at the big goal. Okay, so I asked at the beginning, how many of us have goals? How many of us set goals, and how are they going? Because we have like 2.5 months to go left in this year. But I always tell people, it is never too late to start. Where you are, just do something about, because if you say, I think this year it has failed, let me try next year, the same thing will happen next year. Okay, so start now, and then ask yourself, how do I get better on this journey? So when we talk about money, like I said, it's 3 things. Get the money, keep the money. How do you keep the money? Practice those percentages. Practice those percentages, that you know that if I'm to save, I usually recommend at 20%. But now I also started there. I started at 5%, 10%, 20%. Now my goal is to save 50% of all the money that I get. That is where I'm at right now. But you can start at 5%. It's better than someone who is not saving anything at all. Okay? And usually, as the people who are maybe working and things like that, we look at these goals, and like I mentioned, maybe you want to start up there. But you can start where you are. Ask yourself, where can I save my 10K? Where can I save my 20? Where can I save my 50? Instead of saying, they have told us we need to invest. Let me wait. When I find 1 million like this crossing around, you're not going to find any million crossing anywhere. Start with that one that you have, and then slowly grow the habit. Because with finances, you need to grow the habit. We all have the habit of spending. And also, for me, I was born like that. Oh, have you ever found a baby in hospital and the doctor is saying, this one is a spender and this one is a saver? No, we all just learn on the journey to be better, to have better financial discipline. Okay, and that's one of the things that this journal helps you with. So if you have this journal, you can let us know how it's going in the chat. If you don't have this journal, you can let me know and we can have it delivered to you, because it helps you track your financial goals. Like I say, today we are talking about financial goals. So at every beginning of the month, you can write your financial goals here, your target income for the year, your target saving for that year. And then when the month starts, October has just started. How much money did you pay yourself? Okay? How much money did you pay yourself? And when I talk about how much you paid yourself, don't say, for me, I got my salary of 3 million. No. How much of that salary did you save? Because like we always share here, the only money that is yours is the money that you have saved. The only money that is yours is the money that you've saved. So if on that 3 million or on that 500K, you didn't save a penny, trust me, you volunteered last month. You worked for free. You didn't pay yourself. Because when you get that money is for the landlord or landlady. That money is for the transport, whatever means of transport you use. If you drive your car, it's for that fuel station. Or if you use public means, it's for those taxi people, border people, Uber, Safe Border, and all those people. It's for the telecom companies, because we keep buying data and airtime all the time. So the only money that is yours is the money that you've actually saved. And when you talk about saving, it is two things when it comes to saving. You can save, you can have an emergency fund. That means you are saving for the emergencies. But the most important is you saving for investment, okay, where you can put your money and your money actually grows. So if you have any questions so far, please let me know. I'll be able to answer that. You can put it in the chat. I'm seeing Sheila is saying I'm self-employed, but the hustle to save is real. Oh yes, it is real. And that's why I tell people, even when you're self-employed, because people think if you have a salary, it's easier for you to save because you know exactly how much is coming in. But when you're self-employed, you can still save. How? Use percentages. I tell people, look at your money as percentages. If you're self-employed, you can say that on everything that I buy or every item that I sell, 10% is for saving. Okay, so when you look at your money in percentages, then it helps you not to wait for the bigger figure. If you've sold something of maybe 50K, what is 10%? That's 5K. Save that money. Don't say, now this 5K, when will it grow to the money that I'm looking for? No, start by saving that 5K or that 1K. And I tell people you can have different platforms of saving. I also have different means that I use. If it's little, if it's 1 or 2K, I can put it in my piggy bank. You've seen those wooden boxes. You can have that. You put that percentage there. And then if it's like 10,000 or 20 or 50, you can have another platform where you are saving that money. You can use Zeno, you can use UFP and things like that. They are different. And these things, you do it on your phone. You can have an investment club that you belong to where you throw your 10,000 every week. Okay? So have a circle, join an investment club. For example, we also have an investment club with 5 a.m. The people that belong to the 5 a.m. club, we have a 5 a.m. investment club. So with that, you can just keep dropping your money every single from your phone. You don't need to go to any bank. You don't need to send your money to anyone. You don't even send it to me. No, straight to your account. Okay. And then we have all these platforms, okay? You can buy bills and bonds with just your 50 or 100,000. So don't wait for millions to start investing your money because that's how you'll get on this journey. Start where you are. Let's get on the journey slowly, okay? And then when it comes to the month also, so the financial goals, I said we're going to have 5. But I don't know if we have any questions before I share the 5 financial goals. You can just put it in the chat if you have any questions so far. So with Sheila, if you're self-employed, look at your money in percentages and say at least 10% of all the money I make, all the products I sell, even if you're into service. For example, I'm a coach. If I'm called somewhere to speak, I know that the money I'm earning there or the money I'm going to be paid, a percentage of it is for saving. I don't get the money. I'm like, oh my God, today I've earned this money. No. Remember, I've used fuel, maybe I've had lunch or I'm going to have lunch, I've dressed up and things like that. So I know that the only money that I am earning from that speaking engagement or from that training is the money that I've actually saved. Okay, so when you have financial goals, it's one of the things that will help you get faster on this financial journey. And like I said, if you have any questions, you can keep putting them in the chat. I see Miss McLean is saying, hey dear, my question is about percentages in saving money, in saving monthly, weekly, and daily. So when it comes to the percentages, I actually recommend, remember we have 100%, okay? 100% of the money that you're earning. So when you look at that 100%, say, if you're a believer and you're a Christian, 10% is tithe. So you can take off the 10%, which is tithe. After that, the next is 20%. I usually recommend 20% for your saving. Okay, so this is the money that you save. 20%. If you feel 20% is a bit high, start with 10%. But whatever you do, save something. What this does for you is that if you do not look at it, if you say, okay, let me first pay rent and do the other, the money that stays is what I'll save. Guess what? No money ever stays. Usually, our expenses are way more than the money that we are getting. And this happens on all levels. If you're earning 500,000 right now, the expenses are more than that 500. If they promote you and you earn 1 million, your expenses will be more than the million. If they promote you and you get to 2 million, trust me, your expenses will be more than that 2 million. That's why we have people earning 100 million, 300 million, and they still complain. They want salary increment. You've seen those people, right? So money is never enough to cater for your needs. And that's why I tell people, before you even pay that landlady, save some money. Before you go to the supermarket to buy food or whatever, save that percentage. Because guess what? When you save that percentage, you have saved, and the money that has stayed, you somehow find a way of making it work, of making it somehow enough for you. Because if you feel that the money that is remaining is not enough for you, you have two options. Either cut down the expenses. If you've been eating chips, chicken, maybe you go to plain chips. Yes, find ways of cutting that budget. And that's why in this financial journal, you have a space where you can budget your money for the month, okay? So if your money is not enough, you have two options. Either increase the income, the money coming in, that is, look around what other income stream can I have. And like I said, I made a whole video on YouTube on the side hustles that you can do when you're still fully employed. But that means it applies even when you're not employed, okay? So you can watch that video for more ideas of what can I do and things like that. So either make more money or cut down on the expenses. Those are just the two options that you have when the money that you have is not enough for you. But make sure before you spend anything, you have saved that 20%. If you feel it's big, start with 10% of all the money that you make, because you realize when you start tracking, and that's the same thing that happened to me, when you start tracking your finances, you'll find that there is money that you're earning, and that money is usually much more than the salary that you get. Because ask yourself, how am I able to pay for all these things when this is the salary I'm getting? When you sit down to track your expenses, in here, you can say, this is my journal. The things I'm telling you are the same things I'm practicing, okay? So I also track every single day. Now, for example, this day, this is just the money I made, and these were the expenses of that day, okay? So you can also track. You get a new day and say, okay, today, what have I spent money on since I woke up? You put everything here, expenses. You put everything here, and then ask yourself, how much have I made? You write your income here. And some days maybe you've not made anything. You say zero. I've not made anything, zero. But I've spent money, okay? The next day, I've not made any, zero, but I've spent. Then start asking yourself, where am I getting this money that I'm spending if it's not from my salary? You'll find that you have lots of money coming in from other sources that is not necessarily your salary. Even when you have no job, I have people who say, but Marjorine, I have no job right now, but you're spending money every day. So ask yourself, where is this money coming from? Maybe you're just given, and gifts are also a source of income. Maybe you're at home, they give you kameza money, that's income coming in. So budget, how can I buy things for the home, and how can I save on this money? Okay, or friends just give you money, that is still money coming. As long as money has come in, so you need to plan for it. So all the money that you get, whether it's salary or from any other source, make sure that you apply the percentages. So 10% type, 20% saving, and then have a 10% for giving people, because we need to be generous people, and also the Bible encourages us to be generous. But also, why do we have a percentage? That if you don't have a percentage, then that's how people always keep coming. Oh, please, I need your help. I need maybe 500 right now. And you know, somehow these people are always in a fix, like they're always in a rush. So you end up giving money all the time, giving money. And I don't know how people get to know that the moment you get money, they call you, this person needs money, and there is this cousin in the village, this uncle, this cousin of the auntie of the uncle has died. Then people's needs will never get done. But I tell people, have a percentage for your giving, that this month, this is the money I am giving, such that, yes, it helps you to be generous, but also it doesn't break you. I've had very many people coming to me and saying, Marjorine, I would be so far, but now I have this baggage of the people I'm taking care of at home and all these expenses, and that's why I'm not growing, that's why I'm not achieving my goals. And I tell them, have a percentage of the money that you're giving and things like that. Because guess what? You are not God. Okay, we are in the image of God, that we accept, but we are not God. You cannot solve everyone's problems. You cannot. We've seen it with our own friends. Someone comes, oh my God, I need this money. You give them the first time. Next time, they, oh, I need this money. Maybe I'll pay back Monday. Monday comes, shoop. They don't say a word. And I don't know why. I don't know why usually people promise Mondays. Most people say, on Monday next week, I'll pay you. That Monday comes, shoop, nothing. So I tell people, instead of, because money can either break a relationship or make it. And this is not just for friends. I have people who have come to me on one-on-ones and maybe they borrowed money on behalf of a boyfriend, on behalf of a girlfriend. Do not do those things. The Bible says, it's in the Bible. All the things I share are actually in the Bible. Do not get money on behalf of someone. Okay? Do not go and be, what is that? Surety. Is it surety? Like you go and not just a witness. There is being a witness and there is being that in case this person doesn't pay, you're liable. Is it a guarantor? Guarantee? You know those things, right? Do not be surety for someone getting out, because the moment you do that, then you are liable to pay. And usually these people don't pay. So that means you are the one supposed to pay. That money, I get very many people who come to me and they say love is blind. Oh yes, it could be blind, but you need to use your head as well. I have very many who have come, they got loans on behalf of their boyfriend, now they broke up, now the bank is looking for them, all those things. So that means you need to start now to arm yourself, to equip yourself with financial disciplines, okay? If someone needs money, direct them where the bank is. They may hate you, that may say, oh, that girl has money, she doesn't want to give us, but you're helping them, okay? In the long run. Yeah, Sheila is saying being a guarantor. Okay, so it is in the Bible. The Bible tells us clearly in Proverbs. If I had it near, I would read it. I have my Bible. I don't remember what Proverbs it is, but if you can find it for us, please do. Okay, so it is in the Bible, and all the principles about money, they're in the Bible. Everything you need to know about money, how to get the money, how to keep the money, even the 20%. I keep telling people, save 20%, I got it from the Bible. How? You remember the story in Genesis, the story of Joseph, when, Joseph was sold into slavery, and then he used to interpret dreams. You remember that story? So the king got this dream of seven heads and what? That dream, which Joseph interpreted, and he told him that you're going to have 7 years of plenty and 7 years of scarcity. Now, God told Joseph to tell the king that you're going to have 7 years of plenty and 7 years of scarcity. What you do, get wise men that are going to be putting away a fifth. Was it a fifth or a quarter? A fifth of the money, okay? I mean of the produce, the food. Put away the fifth of the food. All the food that you produce, keep away in the stores a fifth of that food. So it is a fifth of I think it was a fifth or a quarter. It must be a fifth of the food. And when that fifth is actually 20%. So that principle is also in the Bible. So Monica here is sharing Proverbs 22, 26 to 27. I actually wanted someone else to read it, because if I read it, you may feel like Marjo is making things up. It is there. Monica has shared. Proverbs 22, 26 to 27. Don't agree to guarantee another person's debt. This is God who wants us to help people. He is saying, don't agree to guarantee another person's debt or put up security for someone else. If you can't pay it, even your bed will be snatched. What can I say? It is right there, okay? Right there, plain. By the way, if you want to get on this journey of your financial discipline, read the Bible. Start with Proverbs. You don't need the whole Bible for the start. Proverbs, open Proverbs from chapter 1. Every day, read a chapter, and you'll come back and testify. All the struggles you are going through, the wisdom is there in the Bible. You can have your good news Bible. They can laugh at you. Hey, you're reading good news like a baby. Hey, Jenina is what I have. Let me read that. But if you're more advanced, you can read the KJV, with that English, with that fancy English. You can go ahead and read KJV. But if you're starting like me, get your good news and start there. And the beauty is you have smartphones. You can get a Bible on your phone. You just download it and read. All the wisdom is there. Okay? So you could be thinking, hey, Marjo didn't want us to lend to our friends. It's here in the Bible. Monica has shared Proverbs 22:26. Don't agree to guarantee another person's debt or put up security for someone else. 27 says, if you can't pay it, even your bed will be snatched from under you. Okay, so that is also comes back to your financial discipline. Okay, so that is why it is important for you to have these percentages. You have a percentage to give, and that's something that has been helping me, because in the past I used to be a very empathetic person. Like, someone comes to you, Marjo, I lost my job and now my children, I would give everything I have, like everything. Right now, I don't do that anymore. I don't. And it's not because I don't want to help. I can help if I can. If I can't, I'm not going to. I used to even borrow money to help someone. Like, I have this friend, maybe they're stuck, please give me some money, I need to help them. I used to borrow money to help people. And these people would never pay. So that means I had to pay back that money. Okay. So what I learned now, I have a percentage to give on my money. That's my percentage. If someone comes on my job, I'm stuck, I need this kind of money. Maybe I need 500. I'm really stuck. I tell them, I have this money. I have maybe 100 or 50. Will it help you? If they say no, good. If they say it's okay, then I give it, not expecting it back. Because the way you give and that's how money breaks relationships, like I mentioned. Because now I tell people, give money that you're willing to lose. Like, you give someone money and you have actually given, not lent, unless you are a money lender. If you're a money lender, it's a different story. And even if you're a money lender, have them sign somewhere. Whether they are family or not. Because if you want to grow in your finances, you need to separate business and family, business and relation. They are totally different things. And money is not emotional. The moment you deal with your money, with your emotions, I say this one is my uncle, this one is my auntie, this is my cousin's brother. Money is not emotional. If you want to get on this journey, on your financial journey, it is good to help people. And that's why I'm saying, have a percentage of your money that you are giving. Recently, we are talking lots about black tax and things like that. Your people that you have to help from the and I'm sure every family we all have that auntie or that uncle who doesn't have any money, but they give back the most. Why? Because they know their big sister in Kampala will take care of them. They give back and they send to you. They give back and they send to you. Recently, I was sharing with a friend, and she told us that every time their mom comes to them and tells them, oh, I have a wedding next month, they're like, oh, 2 food day. Whether it's a wedding or burial, they're like, oh my God, not again. Because whenever their mother goes for a wedding or goes for a burial, she comes back with a child. Like any random child from the village, oh, this child needs help. She comes back with a child, and guess who is going to take care of the child? She calls them one by one. Hey, I have this daughter, she's for your grandparent, this one, or for your aunt, this one. Now we need to look for a school. So that person immediately becomes their burden, because the mother got this person, and the mother took care of them single-handedly. She was a single mom. She sacrificed everything to take care of them. Now they have to take care of everyone that she brings. You see? And I know this is happening in very many families, okay? So you need to be serious on this journey, to be frugal. We call it being frugal. We don't call it being frugal and being stingy are two different things. Okay, the people that are stingy, they don't give anything. I don't want you to be stingy. No, I want you to be frugal. Frugal means the way you handle your finances. You're able to have a percentage to give, to help, but also you're able to achieve your goals. Because if you are just about pleasing people, you can never please everyone. The same person who comes to you and say, oh my God, I need your help. This time you give maybe $1 million. Next time they come back, oh my God, I need your help. I need 2 million. You give that 2 million. Next time they go, oh my God, I need 500, you give 500. The moment they come to you and they say, oh my God, I'm really stuck, I need maybe 200K, and you don't give that 200K, trust me, they'll not remember the 2 million you've ever given them. They'll not remember the 500. They'll just say, that girl refused to give me money, or that man refused. And you can testify. These things are happening, right? With our friends. So when you want to get on this journey of your finances, you need to be frugal, not stingy. Have a percentage that you know that, okay, I've achieved, I wanted maybe to save for this, and we're going to look at the financial goals. I wanted to save for this, I wanted to do this. Okay, now there is money here, I can help someone. So I can take care of someone's daughter, I can pay their fees, I can do, but that is after you have planned that this percentage will be for my savings, this percentage will be for giving, okay? And then the last 60% is the money that you can spend on other things. You buy food, you buy clothes, you take yourself out and things like that. The problem is when we get the salary, we all know salary week. Are we still in salary week or has it ended? So today is what, 3rd, 4th? Has salary week ended? Please tell us, let us know, salary earners, because I know most people get their salary in the last week of the month, others get it in the first week of the new month. So I think we are still in salary week, okay? So when you get that money, make sure you plan it. And the best thing to do is to plan for your money before it comes. Because they say if you don't show money where it has to go, it will show you where it wants to go, okay? And that's why people in Uganda use phrases of sente zituma. Why? Because you've not sent it where it has to go. So it sends you where it wants to go. So before you get that money, that salary, write down your percentages and say, okay, if I'm getting this kind of money, already that 10% is tithe. If you're not a tithe person, don't just pay tithe because you heard Marjo saying, no, go and find out what is tithe, why am I supposed to give it, and things like that, okay? So if you don't pay your tithe, it's on you. But me, I have lots of testimonies about me paying my tithe. So you pay your tithe and then you say 20%, I'm saving it. Where am I saving it? Make it clear already that maybe I'm putting it on this investment club, or I'm putting it in UAP mutual funds. I am putting it here, I'm putting it here, such that by the time the money comes, immediately send that money there. Because if you say, wow, where should I put this money? And then the money comes, before you have decided, you'll end up spending the money, okay? So plan for your money before it comes, and these percentages will definitely help. So that was on the question of percentages. And then I hope that helps, so that you can have that percentage for the monthly, but you can have it even for the daily. That when there was a moment when and that is when I started on this journey of my finances, when I had quit my job, my 8 to 5 job then. So in my head, I knew now that I'm not working, I have no income coming in, because in my head, I knew the only income is salary. That is what I thought. But when I sat down and started tracking, and I was not doing it even with a financial journal, just in my notebook, I was spending money and it I was not earning. So when I sat down and started tracking where this money is coming from, maybe someone has sent you money here, or maybe you have a speaking engagement here, you get money, maybe you're coaching someone one-on-one, they have paid for the session, maybe you're doing this and doing the other. So when I started tracking, I realized that I was getting actually much more money than the block figure of the salary. So that's why I keep saying track even the money that is coming from other sources. And after tracking it, then apply the percentages. So this 20% or this 10%, whatever you will choose to start with, do it on a weekly, on a monthly, yes, if you have a salary, but also do it on a weekly, even on a daily. Right now, maybe when I go to speak to someone, I get that money, immediately I apply the percentages. I don't wait for the month to end. Because if you say, hey, let me wait, I'll do percentage. By the time the month ends, you have spent it all. Like you can't even trace where the money went, okay? So apply the percentages on a monthly, on a weekly, but also on a daily. So that was the question of percentages. Then Sheila is saying, can you tell us more about the 5 a.m. club? Oh yeah, we have the 5 a.m. club, and it's a personal growth space. So we share personal growth and personal finances every single morning. So we have what we call a 66-day challenge. We join for 66 days. We wake up every day at 5 a.m. So we pray together, we work out together, we read a book together in the morning, we share tips on personal growth, tips on personal finances, and then in there we also share our goals and keep ourselves accountable. So it's like an accountable space to help us achieve our goals, okay? So that is the growth space, the 5 a.m. club. But right now, the cohort that is already on the 66 days. So I think we're on like day 30. We have the big group, the 5 a.m. club that has been there, but now we have the new people who are on a challenge. And then after that challenge, we shall have other people that want to join, okay? So that is the 5 a.m. club. In case you need more information, you can send me a DM or a message or WhatsApp, and then we can talk more about it. And then Sheila is saying, how much do you save? So like I said, even with saving, use percentages. And also have a goal. Why are you saving this money? Are you just putting it on the side just for the sake Why are you saving the money? You need to ask yourself that question, that what do I want to achieve? And those are the financial goals that we are going to look at. Because if you have no goal, you'll save your money and you'll spend it after. You say, this month I'm saving my money. The next month, you'll spend it. It's the same thing that happens. Even me, I remember, for saving, I've had this thing since I was in high school. Like, I used to always have my wooden box. Even in high school, like, I would put my money and then chidom more. You know, that night when you're going home the next day, I would break it and eat all the money, buy for friends and things like that. So even I found that it was even haunting me in my adulthood, because some of our financial habits are blueprints that we have grown up with, financial habits that we've grown up with. So even at campus, I remember I used to have a wooden box, drop in my money, and at the end of the semester, when we were going home, I would break it and either buy clothes, go out, buy things, because I had no goal. And then that is when it hit me, like, you know what? If you need to make good use of this money, you need to have a goal. So when you have a goal, a financial goal, then it helps you save, because sometimes you don't feel like saving. Saving is not easy. Getting on this journey of finances is not easy. Otherwise, everyone would be wealthy. It is not. So you need to make a deliberate decision to do what is uncomfortable. Because saving and spending, what is the most comfortable thing? Spending. We all love to go shopping. Everyone, you want to go shopping, eat, take your selfies, look nice. We all love to spend. But if you need to get on this journey, then you need to do what is uncomfortable, and that is the saving. And that's why I'm saying have the percentages to guide you to see how much do I save and things like that. So have your percentage and then put that money aside. And then Sheila says, do you lend out to members? Are you talking about the investment club, the 5am investment club? If so, yes, but not now, because it's an investment club. The main goal is to get our money together and invest, because sometimes the investments that you would want to do, but they're harder to do as an individual because your money is growing slowly. Okay, but when you come together, you put, for example, you're 10 people and you all bring 100k. Okay, that is already money that can help you do something. Okay, so we get the money together, we are saving together, we are investing, we're already investing the money because our money is already making or bringing in returns. But later on, we give ourselves a target. When we hit that target, then we can start lending to the members. But never join a circle or investment club because you want to borrow from the group. That's a very wrong mentality to have. Join a circle or investment club because you want to grow your money, not to borrow from the group. Okay, so you can, and I'm sure you have opportunity to join circles around your investment clubs or whatever it is. Find one where you align with their values, you understand who the leaders are, where are you going, what are the goals, and then you can be able to join that. Okay, those that are just joining us, you are welcome. Monica is saying save first no matter what. That is very true. When you say let me first spend and then save what is left, like I said, there is no money left usually, because every single one of us, we usually have more expenses than the money that we make. So make sure that you first save and then the balance, spend that one. If it's not enough to pay your landlord, find a chair that weekend to get money to pay the landlady, but after you have saved some money. Okay, and then Monica says, actually I found out that making a budget is the first and the most important step of money management. That is true. If you don't direct your money where you want it to go, it will direct you. And that's why usually people on Fridays, that weekend of payment, Fridays, the bars are packed to capacity. Okay, why? Because now people have the money and the first thing we usually think about is spend. That is the logical thing. That is the easiest thing to do. Okay, that's why people get their salaries and immediately they go spend. So you need to be a person, and actually if you can automate it, the better. If you're a salary earner, or even if you're not a salary earner and you have that, maybe your bank account, you can automate it. You tell the bank, you know what, every 30th, chop up maybe 100,000 or 50,000, send it to this account, either my investment account or wherever. Okay, so that will help you to not be tempted to spend it. But if you can withdraw it and then deposit it wherever you are saving, that also works, but have a budget. And like I said, we have a space for you to write your budget in this financial journal. So if you don't know where to start and things like that, this journal can help you. So in case you want a copy, you can let me know and we can have it delivered. Okay, Sheila was saying being a guarantor. And then Monica says, true, we can't solve all people's problems. And if you are to lend the amount you're willing to lose. That's true. Otherwise, emikwano jafuka enemies katira mabanja. That's true. And everyone, I'm sure there is that person who you used to be so close with, and right now you broke up because of money. Like you're not in touch because of money. So that is true. Give an amount to help someone. Of course, we have different friends at different levels, okay? And that also usually varies how much we give to them. There is someone who can have maybe a wedding and you can contribute 50K and it's okay. And then there is someone who you feel like, oh my God, I need to get more for this person. So you can also have different friends or different classifications of the people that you have. Okay, and then Monica says true, and then fourth, or today is fourth. Okay, great. So that means we are still in salary week, right? We are still in salary week. So if you haven't yet received your salary, that means this is the perfect time to get your journal and plan for your money before it comes. Okay, before it comes, such that by the time it comes, you already know that I'll apportion this for this, I'll take this 20% here and things like that. Okay, but if you've already received it, and I hope it's not yet finished, my people. It's just fourth. I hope you still have some money left from your salary because some people, that's why they say that there is more math at the end of the month. That there is more math, which means that there is always more days of the month than the money that we get. So we need to get on this journey of working on our financial discipline. Most of the people, by the time the salary comes, they have zero. They're already negatives. Why? Maybe they took a salary advance. They have loans here and there. So by the time the money comes, it is paying off debt. Okay? And like I said, we're going to look at the financial goals. And that is one of the goals that you can have, debt reduction. But you need to start this financial discipline. And these are the conversations I've been having with some of the staff. Like I had a session with Centenary Bank, the staff of Centenary, that's the same thing, staff of UDB, these are the same things, because some of us who are in corporate, or some of you who are in corporate, there is a kind of lifestyle that you want to live, and it's a good thing, but that means you need to work extra for it, not just for you to prove a point that, oh my God, this is the house I'm having, this is the car I'm driving, and things like that, because that's what everyone is doing. And when I approached some of these spaces where I've been, the HRs were actually saying, we need these sessions because our people are drowning in debt. Okay? Why? Because you want to keep up with a certain lifestyle. So you need to know, where do I want to go? It's good to have a financial goal. It's good to have your vision board and you have your dream car there. I also have my vision board. And I always share, I have my Range Rover there. So one time in life when you find me my Range Rover, be like, hey, okay, Marjo, she already shared, she wanted to get there. So have your goal and work towards achieving it. But don't wait to start where you are right now. Get that car that you can afford. Even if it's a second-hand car, buy that, as long as it can take you to work and come back and do things here and there for you. Because at this point, actually, I'm one of the people who feels like a car is not just a luxury. It is a necessity, okay? Depending on how you use it. For example, you have children. I'm a mother. I have 2 children. They fall sick in the night. There are no borders. No, I need a car to take them to hospital. A car is a necessity. But get something you can afford, okay? Do not just say, okay, I need this car because how will they see me doing that? Having this kind of car, this kind of house, this, or this kind of phone and things like that. All these things are good. The material things are good. You can have them as your financial goals, things that you want to tick off, but work towards, build your financial muscle to be able to afford these things, okay? And enjoy the luxuries, okay? So what you do right now where you are, get what you can afford, and then have a goal to work further. Ask yourself, which other income streams can I get to supplement my salary to be able to afford this, okay? So we have very many people that are living in that life of denial. And the only person that can get you out is yourself, because it's only you that knows your current situation when it comes to finances, how much debt you have, and things like that. So I want you to have an honest conversation with yourself. Not anyone, don't even post it here. With yourself. Find time today and sit down and have an honest money conversation with yourself. Ask yourself, where do I want? Where am I right now when it comes to my finances? Okay, maybe this is the money I'm making right now. this is this is how I'm spending, this is my budget. And if you don't know where to start, like I say, you can get this financial journal to guide you on that journey, because you can use this to track where you are right now, and then you set the goal of where you want to be. So have that conversation. This is where I am right now, this is the money I'm earning. You know, sometimes we are here and people feel like we're earning a certain huge amount of money. I don't know from where. Okay, you have friends like that who believe that you are getting lots of money. Okay, and every problem they get, they come to you. And the moment you don't give, they're like, but my friend who is working in this bank or this telecom company, they're saying they don't have money. Okay, and that's how sometimes we end up even getting into loans, because now you have to please these people who keep asking for money. I said, when it comes to money, you need to be frugal with your money, not stingy. They're totally different things. Don't say, Marjo told us to be stingy. Don't be stingy, but be frugal with your money. Okay, that is how you'll be able to grow on this journey. So that was the question. And then, okay, those that are just joining us, you are welcome. You are welcome. Macklin is saying, I have a question. How can one be able to pay off debt? That's a good question, and it's one of the goals. Okay, so maybe let me mention the goals and then answer that question about debt. So the goals, I said we need 5 financial goals to have. These financial goals, the first one is the income goal. So you need to write down what is your income goal, and your income goal should not be the money that you're getting right now. Maybe you're earning 500 or 2 million or 3 million or 5 million. That is the money that you're earning. But what is your income goal? Where do you want to go? Write it down, that this is my income goal. Then ask yourself, if my salary is giving me this part of my income goal, where can I get the extra income? And like I said, I shared a full video on my YouTube about other side hustles that you can do to make you money. Okay, that is the income goal. Then the second is the saving goal. What is my saving goal? How much do I want to save? And like I said, this video is not for 2024. No, it is for now. We have like 2 months left in this year. Okay, so set your goal, set an income goal for this year, that, okay, this is October, I've received my salary for September, but what is my income goal? I want by the end of the year, I need to be earning this much. Okay, so whether it means you working for a promotion, if it's possible or not, ask yourself what other income streams. Then saving goal, how much do I want to save by December 31st? Write that goal down. And like I said, do not look at your current income. Okay, the money that you're getting now. Set a goal that will get you out of your comfort zone. And I usually tell people, if, for example, an income goal, if you're getting 500, start by doubling that. If you're getting 5 million, start by doubling that. Double your goal. A goal is something that should stretch you to work harder, to put in a little more effort to find that you are making this money. Definitely, it has to be realistic and time bound. It has to be a smart goal, but make sure it is not that if I'm earning 1 million, my income goal is 1 million. Zero effort. Okay, so get a goal that is somehow going to get you out of bed, something that keeps you awake. If you've been sleeping kalamba from like 10 p.m. up to like 9 a.m., something that will at least get you up at 6 a.m. to say, okay, what am I doing today to get this extra income? And then your saving goal, how much do you want to save? And then another goal should be your debt reduction goal. Your debt reduction goal. And that brings me to the question McLean has. How can I pay off my debt? Like I said, you need to first of all have an honest conversation with yourself to find out, where am I right now? How much debt do I have? Write it down. Get a pen and notebook and write down, okay, this person, I need to give them maybe 200,000. I have someone, I have Momo. There is that thing on mobile money. Is it more cash? Is it more cash? I had. If you have more cash or 50K, write it down. If someone gave you 500,000, write it down. If you have a bank loan of maybe 1 million or 2 million, write it down. If you have another of 5 million, if you have another of 10 million, 20 million, write all your debt down. That's the first step. Write all your debt down. After writing it down, I tell people usually arrange it from order of smallest to biggest. Smallest to biggest. That you have something of 50K. You have someone to pay 50K. You have someone to pay 100K. And then you have another person to pay 1 million or 2 million. Arrange it from smallest to biggest. After arranging it from smallest to biggest, Then arrange it in terms of the interest you're supposed to pay, because there are some loans from friends that are interest free, but then there are loans that have interest that you have to pay back, and this interest also varies. If the loan is from a bank, it may have a smaller interest compared to a money lender. You know, money lenders have usually very high interest rates, and I usually encourage people, if you can avoid getting money from a money lender, do it. Like, avoid it. Okay, look for any other ways to get the money. Debt is good. Okay, I'm not saying debt is bad. Debt is good depending on what you use the debt for. If, for example, you're getting this debt to grow your business, kudos to you. Go get that money and grow your business. But if you're getting this debt for personal reasons, I need to pay fees here, I need to buy this shoe or buy a car and things like that, that is not good debt. Okay, but there is good debt. So before you get that loan, ask yourself, do I really need this money? Okay, and use also the one more day principle. Give yourself one more day. Even before you spend the money, give yourself one more day. If you want to buy something, give yourself one more day. Do I really need this? Do I really need to get this money? Okay, usually when you sleep over it, the next day you may find that you've thought of another way of getting the money rather than a loan. Okay, and if you're starting, I tell people, do not get a loan to start a business. Do not get a loan to start a business. Start with what you have. Start with that 20K or 50K. Start. If you don't have money to put up premises, start online. Tell us what you do. Post your things here. Let us buy online. As you grow your money and your muscle, what that will do for you is you learn the business, you learn who the suppliers are, you learn all these delays and things like that before you get a bank loan and invest it there, and then the business crashes. Of course, we are positive people. The business may work, but first understand the dynamics of your business before you get the money. That's why I say get the money to grow your business, not to start it. Okay? First, learn with your money here and there. You work on your business, learn the different dynamics, and then eventually you can get a bank loan to expand, okay, or to grow your business. So how do you pay off your debt? Write it down, arrange it from biggest to smallest, and then also you can arrange it in terms of which one has the highest interest that I'm supposed to pay on this loan. And then start with the smallest. Start with the smallest. If you have like a 50K, pay it off. Say, actually, today before I sleep, let me pay off this 50K. Take it off. Then go for the 100 or 200. Pay it off. What that does for you is what we call a debt snowball. Like, now you get in the motion or momentum to start paying off your debt. But if you say, all the debt I have, the total is maybe 10 million. My God, where am I going to get 10 million to pay off my debt? Let me wait. So you sit around waiting for 10 million to come and you pay off all your debt. It will never come. It is not coming. Okay? So start small. Pay off that 100. Pay off that 200. Pay off that 500. Before you know it, you'll be able to get to even the bigger debt. And you can talk to the people. Make sure you're not the people. When they call you, you don't pick up the calls. Make sure you're calling, you're picking. Keep in touch with the people you're supposed to pay. Okay? Because you can never grow on your financial journey if you are someone who is not paying off their debt. Okay? Because with money, integrity also applies. So talk to these people. Tell them, I'm a bit delayed, but maybe next month, allow me to pay you maybe end of next month or something like that. Keep in touch with your people. And I got a testimony from someone. I shared the same thing with them. Write down your debt. Reach out to the people that you're supposed to pay. Work out a plan with them. Tell them, okay, is it okay if I pay maybe 100K per month and things like that? And this person, when they talked to this person, the person was like, oh, you know what? Actually, do not pay. It's okay. Like, you can leave that aside. So maybe the same thing may happen for you. I'm not saying go and tell them to forgive your debt, but never know. God may be on your side and they actually forgive your debt, but be in touch with them. Talk to them. Okay, I know I'm supposed to pay this 2 million, but is it okay if I give you maybe 200 this month, and then maybe I give you 500 next month? Like, just keep in. Don't wait for them to call you to remind you, hey, you've not paid. No, keep in touch with them and then grow into the habit of. Now, you remember that 20% that we said that was for saving? If you have a debt, I would recommend you can reduce that percentage. That instead of saving 20%, I'm going to save 10% and then pay off my debt with 10%, okay, such that you're able to pay off that debt. So that's how you pay off your debt. But in case you have any other inquiries, you need a one-on-one, my DM is always open. You can send me a message there. You can send me a WhatsApp. My contact is on my bio here on Instagram. I'm sure my contact is there. If it's not, then maybe I'll add it. But you can send me a DM anytime. You can send me a WhatsApp to see how to help you on that journey, okay? And then those that are just joining us, you are welcome. And then Macklin says, what would be a better decision, to pay off interest or pay both principal and interest? What would be a better decision, to pay off interest or to pay both principal and interest? Now, depending on what debt you have, there are different modes or ways they give you to pay back your debt. Sometimes you just pay off the interest every month. Sometimes you pay back principal with the interest. So it depends what kind of debt you have, what kind of loan you have. Is it from the bank? Is it from a money lender? Like I said, definitely money lenders have higher interest. So you can talk to them and see how do you reduce that interest, okay? You can talk to them and you can negotiate these things. Did you know you can even negotiate your loan in a bank? You can. You tell them, you know what, you're giving me 5%, but I want to be paying you 2%. It's possible. But you know what happens? We go to the bank, they bring all these documents, you just ask, where do I sign? You just sign. Before you know it, the loan you signed up for, it has compounding interest. You know what compounding interest is? Do you even have an idea? Some of us, where do I sign? You just rush, get a pen and sign without reading through. If you don't understand these things, go with someone who can help you interpret those things better than you just signing things and you end up paying for things you didn't know you are supposed to pay for. Okay, so when you go get a loan, first understand, okay, if this is the loan I'm getting, what interest am I paying? Is it compounding interest? And things like that. How much time do I have to pay this loan? And things like that. You can negotiate those interests, but most of the times you just go and you're in a hurry, you're in a fix, I need this money today, and then they give you the papers, you just put your signature. Okay, so make sure before you get the loan, understand the dynamics of that loan. So if the loan is for you to pay back both principal and interest, do that. If it allows you to just pay off interest monthly and maybe at the end of the year you pay off the principal, you do that as well. Okay, do we have any other questions? Great. If you have any other questions, you can keep them coming. So the goals that we've talked about that you need to set before that, today, get time, sit down, ask yourself, what are my income goals? How much money do I want to make by December this year? How much money do I need to save by December? That is your saving goal. And then your debt reduction goal. If you have any debt, like I said, write all of them down and give yourself a target by December to have cleared the debt, or at least reduced it by a significant amount. Because if you want to grow in your finances, that means you need to clear off this debt for you to start saving and investing your money. And then you need to have a budget goal. Like I said, this journal can help you budget your money. You can have a budget goal and say, maybe at home maybe we are spending this much, but we need to be spending this much. You set your budget goal here. You can see budget. You write down the things you need to buy, how much they cost, what is the quantity, and it helps you to work on that as well. And then the last goal, financial goal that you need to have is an investment goal. You need to have an investment goal. And like I said, you don't need to wait to say, oh my God, now I have millions, let me invest. No. Start with that 10K. Ask yourself, where can I invest my 10K? You can even go to the bank and tell them, I have this money, where can I invest it? And I know some banks will say, just get a fixed deposit. But there are better opportunities or better platforms than just having a fixed deposit. Because we know that fixed deposit is good, yes, but the interest is that you earn on your money is really little. But it is still better than you just having a savings account. Because with a savings account, you put your money there and they keep chopping it every month, monthly charges, okay? So it keeps losing value. So you'd rather put it on a fixed deposit. But I usually tell people, put it somewhere where it's earning a bit of interest. If it can even earn daily, the better. And I usually recommend the UAP mutual funds. I'm sure you've heard about it. When you go to some of these insurance companies, they're different. There is the life insurance, but there is also the investment, okay? This is where we have the mutual fund. So they get your money. A mutual fund is just a platform where they get investors' money. They put your monies together and they invest it on your behalf. So that is what I'm using. And in case you have any more questions about it, you can send me a DM. How do you open one and things like that? I can recommend you to someone to help you open. So investment goal, set, but maybe by December, before the year ends, I need to have invested this much. You may start with a bit of money. You don't have to start with 20 million. Start where you are there, and then you will keep growing. So those are the 5 goals, 5 financial goals that you need to set today, because we know one of the things that keeps us stuck is we know exactly what we want to do. We know what it takes to get there, but then the man or woman called procrastination comes in. We know exactly what to do, but then you keep saying, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week. Before you know it, now all the goals that you set for this year, it's October. How far with them, right? So get things done. Put yourself, one of the values I hold, my own core values, is getting things done. When I want to do something, I make sure I get it done immediately, because I know if I don't, then I'll keep procrastinating. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week. Before you know it, you're even busier then. So get it done. Sit down, set your income goals. Ask yourself, okay, if this is my goal, this is the salary I'm earning, how can I get the extra money? Saving goal, this is the money I want to save. This is the debt I have, I need to reduce it. This is the budget goal that I have for my needs at home, that is food, shelter, clothing. So that means your rent will be in there. And then also for the wants, just things like maybe going to the salon and things like that. Because if you want to succeed on this money journey, you should not be stingy. When you are stingy, there are people that are even stingy to their own selves. Like if you feel like something is stretching you too hard, you'll give up. So I tell people, have a percentage for yourself to take yourself out. When you have a goal, and this is what I do. If I've set a goal and I achieve it, however small it is, I celebrate myself. Okay? Why? Because that will keep me wanting to save even more, to achieve these goals. But if you overstrain yourself, then you'll feel like saving is a punishment. You'll feel like investing your money is a punishment, okay? So I want you to look at it as a very good thing. The way you celebrate to spend money, like, oh, we are going out for maybe a girls' night out, boys' night out, or I'm going to buy clothes, I'm going to salon and things like that. We always celebrate spending money. So we need to start celebrating saving money. And it's the same thing I do. Even in my piggy bank, if I drop some money in, I can even dance around. I'm celebrating myself. So that will send a signal to your brain that actually you associate saving with happiness. Because for most of us, we associate spending with happiness. When I spend money, I'm happy. That is the mindset that we have. And that is why usually your brain will give you more opportunities to spend money, because it wants you to be happy, right? So start associating saving your money with happiness. Celebrate. Whenever I hit my financial goal, I go out. Either I take my kids or I call my friends and be like, let's go celebrate something. It doesn't need to be a big thing. Go get a scoop of ice cream. Yeah, go watch a movie, go whatever. Celebrate yourself after you've hit your financial goal, not the big goal, even these daily goals. If you have a daily goal of maybe saving 10K, whenever you drop that 10K, celebrate yourself. You're like, yay, I did it today. Next day, tomorrow, it comes, maybe you drop in your 10K, you're like, yeah, I did it. Okay, so get in the habit of celebrating every small milestone on this journey of your finances. That's how you'll keep even achieving much more. But if you feel like you're straining yourself to save, you're straining yourself to invest, now I'm investing my money, I'm taking away all my money from me, then you'll give up very fast. Okay, so those are the goals: income goal, saving goal, debt reduction goal, budget goal, and your investment goal. That's it. Unless someone has a question, we can end our live here. Do you have any question or supplement? Or if you want to join the live to say something, you can let me know. I can let you in, especially if it's related to what we've been discussing. Please, okay? If it's related to what we've been discussing today, you can let me know. I can let you in and you share. Okay, I'm seeing Shine. Let me see if I'm able to let you in. I've seen Shine. I don't know if you're able to join. In the meantime, if you have any questions, we can use a minute or two to answer the questions, and then we can call it a day. I accepted. I don't know if you are able to join. Someone says, please talk about 5 a.m. Club. I had talked about 5 a.m. Club, that it's a personal growth space. So what we do, we wake up every morning at 5 a.m. So we pray together, we work out together, we read a book together, and it's usually about personal growth and finances. Like right now, we are reading a book called Money Won't Make You Rich. We are all looking for money, right? So the book you're reading is Money Won't Make You Rich. We've read Secrets of a Millionaire Mind on there. So we usually read books about personal growth and finances, because the best investment you'll ever make, by the way, the best investment, it's not in land, it's not in real estate, it's not in stocks, bonds, what? All those are good. The best financial investment you can ever make for yourself is in financial knowledge. That's the best information. Reading books, if it means you buying those books and reading them, if it needs you paying money for a financial advisor, if it means you paying money to attend a financial workshop, if it means you paying money for a personal development concert or workshop or training, that is the best investment you can ever make for yourself. Okay, so make sure wherever you see, and people, like I said, it is usually normal, and the easier thing is to have fun, to do the other thing. That if you find a workshop here, it's a personal growth workshop or whatever, and then there is an event here, just party and having fun, most people go for the party. It is okay. I am one of the people that tells people that you need to have fun. I love to have fun. Those that know me know that I party, like I enjoy my life, because we only have one, right? And we need to work to make sure that we enjoy it. And I tell people, as you work on your goals, make sure that you're having fun along with the goals that you've set. Don't say, now this year is for being serious. No going out, not doing anything, not seeing anyone. I'm focusing on goals. You'll break down. So I tell people, have a balance. Set your goals, work on the goals. That's why I'm saying whenever you hit, even if it's a tiny milestone, celebrate yourself. Watch a movie, maybe at home. Go out, walk, get an ice cream. Even if it's just these ice creams in the supermarket. Go walk with your children, buy your ice cream of 1K. Eat it, you're celebrating yourself, okay? So it's important for you to have the fun as you hit the goals as well. So that's the 5 a.m. club. We meet online. We have people in Uganda. We have people in the US, part of our club. We have people in the UK. We have people in Dubai. We have people in different countries that are part of the 5 a.m. club. We meet online, and then every once a month we have a physical meeting. Like we have one this Saturday. This Saturday we're having a physical meeting with the 5 a.m. to see how far with the goals, where do you need help, and things like that, just to celebrate each other. Okay, so that is the 5 a.m. club. Okay, it is a members only club, so people pay membership to join. We are running what we call a 66 day challenge. For those that view my stories, every single morning I post a bit of highlights from what we have shared in the group that morning. So you can keep watching the stories. I keep putting the highlights of the call on the stories, on my Instagram stories. So someone is asking, how can I track my finances the best way? This is the best way to track your finances. But in case you can't get the financial journal, and even if you're not in the country, we can get you the journal that you can use as well. So if you can't get the journal, get a notebook. The best way to track your finances is getting pen to paper. Sometimes you feel, no, I'll keep it in my head and all those things. And guess what? They say that the weakest pen is better than the strongest mind. The weakest pen is better than the strongest mind. Why? We are human beings. We forget. The mind has lots of things that it has to process. So that's why they say the weakest pen is better than the strongest mind or the strongest brain. So that's why I tell people, get pen to paper. I know some people tell me, I have an app and things like that. It's great. I also had an app. But somehow I would fill in today and then tomorrow I forget and things like that. If you're doing well with the app, perfect. But if you're just starting on the journey, get pen to paper. Write down. You can just get a normal notebook and then say, today, what did I spend on? You write it here. Maybe your car of this much. I bought data of this much. Transport, food, lunch. I ate lunch of this much. Start tracking like that. Then ask yourself, how much did I make today? Write it down. If you don't have the beauty with the journal, that everything is already done for you. You just have to fill in. How much am I earning? how much have I spent, how much am I saving on a daily. Even if it's 500 shillings that you dropped it in your piggy bank, write it here. You are tracking your finances. And when you track your finances, then it helps you know, okay, where am I right now? Where do I want to go? Okay, I hope that helps. And then thank you for this. Great timing. I needed this. Oh, awesome. That is awesome, Maria. And I hope you pick, even if it's one thing. I tell people sometimes you listen to these things, you know these things already. Everyone knows these things. But somehow, sometimes you just need someone to trigger something, to remind you of something, and then you get to work. So find, even if it's just one thing, make sure you do something today. Because if you don't, that's how we keep getting very good information, but we leave it in our heads. So we need to start implementing. So from what we have discussed today, make sure you pick one thing and implement it immediately. If you can write down the goals that we have talked about, what you want to achieve by December, that's a great start. Okay. How do we get the planner? You can, okay, let me just type my number here. 0774512359. Yeah, that is my number. You can send me a WhatsApp and we can have it delivered if you're in the country. If you're not in the country, still send me a message and we see how to get one to you. If you need a one-on-one, send me a message. Let's see how to get you to the next level. We do these on one-on-ones. We do group coaching. We do trainings and things like that. We also have what we call a personal finance mastermind. The mastermind helps you get even deeper in your finances and then see how do you take it to the next level. Okay, so we have all that. You can let me know. All right, if you have no more questions, let's call it a morning, or no, it's not yet afternoon. So let's call it a morning. Thank you so much for joining. I see at least more than 48 people have joined this live. Thank you so much for joining the live, and I hope you have picked, even if it's just one thing. And remember where we started, it was in the Bible that God has given us the power to make the wealth. So don't go crying to God, God, I need money. God, He's looking at you and He's saying, I gave you the power. Go make it happen. Okay, so I'm cheering you on. Like I always say, if you have any questions, feel free. My DM is always open, and I always reply to every single DM that I get. Okay, so send me those DMs, reach out on my WhatsApp, and let's see how to get on this journey together. And if you have any questions, or if you have anything or a topic that you want me to come here and discuss, let me know. I'll plug it in and then I'll come here and share about that topic. Thank you so much for joining this live, and have a very, very beautiful day. I'm cheering you on as you achieve those goals that you have set. Okay, bye. Bye. Have a very, very beautiful day. Those that are just joining, I think I'm going to save this live on Instagram so you can go back and be able to watch it. All right, let me end this here. Oh, you're welcome. The live has ended. I see someone else has joined, but I think I'm not sure if I can save this live here. Let me see if I can save it here on YouTube so that you're able to watch it.